If you've tuned into the radio recently, you will notice that electronic music has taken over the airwaves. Even artists like Usher, popularly known for R&B, has added some electronic style to his latest hits. Tonight, we have resident DJ of Helix in Ruby Sky and Raven, Dave Gropper, to tell us about this popular growing genre. Welcome, Dave.
How's it going?
Good. How about yourself?
Excellent.
Good. So, first of all, what is electronic music like? Can you explain to us?
I was afraid that you would ask a question like that. It's probably one of the most difficult ones that you could possibly ask. And the reason that is because it's such a wide, the genre encompasses such a wide variety of sounds and sound design and arrangement styles that it's really hard to pin down specifically what electronic music is. I think it's music that is made with at least some elements that are not organically made from sound devices,
like
drums or instruments that you play with your hands and strings that make the sound by a vibration, physical vibration. So I guess that would be the simplest definition
of electronic music.
But I think when people think of electronic music, they're generally referring to what we consider to be dance music.
Yeah. So speaking of which, that's the reason why. Well, that's the reason why you became a DJ, right? You went to raves, you enjoyed it, and then that's how you wanted to be a DJ and start making mixes with electronic.
When I was in high school, I guess early in high school, freshman year actually. It's funny, I hadn't thought about this in a long time, but I remember watching television. There was a Sony commercial, and the background song was some really interesting sort of
beats.
No, it was a band called Deep Forest, and it was kind of this electronic arrangement of African pygmy traditional music.
Yeah.
And I heard the song and I thought it was really interesting, and I'd never heard anything like it before, really. And then at the end of the commercial, it said what it was, a Deep Forest. I think it was Marta's song or something like that was the name of it. And I went and I found that CD at Tower Records, which of course doesn't exist anymore. And I bought it, and I liked the whole thing. It was really interesting, and that sort of progressed from there. I discovered more different types of electronic music. It was under the world music section, but eventually
it grew to its own genre.
Exactly.
To what it is now that everyone associates it with.
Right.
Yes.
And when I was in high school, I started becoming aware of these parties that people were going to that people called raves, right?
Yes.
And and they'd go, and I didn't really understand the concept of what going to a dance music event was at the time. We went there, and I remember going to one of the first ones I'd ever been to with friends. And we got there, and we were expecting to see like bands on stage with synthesizers and stuff. And we just saw a guy with turntables. He's playing records. And he's like, "Wait."
Oh, back in the day when they didn't have like a MacBook. Now.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. It's just two turntables and a mixer, and guys up there with vinyl rocking away, and we're sort of like, are they going to perform live, or it's just? So it was, and then, we started going to more and more of them, and it became kind of this thing where, when you're not 18 or not 21, there's not a lot to do. So we found this, and we could go and listen to this type of music that was kind of starting to, that obviously was well established elsewhere, but was starting to blow up in the United States, in the Bay Area.
And so when you DJ, you use the MacBook now, right?
No, actually, I'm still a traditionalist. I still play a lot of vinyl and CDs. That I'm sort of in the minority now. It's funny to have. So
do you carry around, do you carry around all that with you, like every set you go?
Well, when I go to a gig, I mean, lately I've been playing mostly CDs just because the technical requirements, a lot of the time at clubs, the vinyl equipment, related equipment is not in the best functionality because nobody uses it.
Yeah.
So, just for expediency, I burn stuff to CD and play it that way. But I think most people now are starting to use their laptop as a performance instrument.
Because it's easy to carry around.
Yeah, it's easier to carry around. I mean, now the industry standard CD players that they have now will accept USB thumb drives. So you can just literally, when I used to have to carry 100 pounds worth of records, you can now have the same thing in a little tiny USB stick. So.
All right. So where can people find you with you and your vinyl? They can find you at, I know this Wednesday you have a gig at Raven. Yes.
Yeah, no, actually I have a once monthly event first Wednesdays at Raven on Folsom Street. It's called
and
Prognosis.
At Ruby Sky, yes. So you can follow Dave at Twitter at David Gropper and his website www.davidgropper.com. Sorry, that's all we have today. Zelda Lacruz signing off.